A vendor was taken out while sitting at her stall in the vicinity of Pink Lane, downtown Kingston yesterday morning. The victim has been identified as Andrea Peterkin, also known as Apple of Nelson Street, Denham Town. The attack took place about 11:20 a.m. According to the police corporate communications unit, two assailants on a motorcycle approached her, opened fire, and struck her multiple times. Another woman close by was also shot and sustained injuries. The police were alerted when they arrived on the scene. They transported both victims to the hospital. Peterkin was pronounced while the other woman was admitted for medical treatment. She is known as a hard-working woman. Peterkin was a familiar face among fellow vendors, not only selling at her stall in the Coronation Market, but also operating a lounge opposite her residence. While the police have not yet established a motive, a source said that she died over her hard-earned money. When the man them run out, them start fight her for the bag, and she nah let go the bag. Then them just shoot her. She dead a hold on to the bag with the money. About 4 shots she get, a source said. Extortionists are like weed growing in your garden. No matter how you weed them out, they grow back. They are not so easy to get rid of, and they are preventing good crops from growing. Most of these extortionists are youths. They don't even reach 25 years old, most of them. They don't have no intention to work. They sit back and watch and pre-out people life. Them have them toxic girlfriend and family members that watch and badmine and pass on the information of how, when, and where people who are in, out, and watch their businesses as well, as they will do anything for them thieving, man. That is why, you see, anytime I pass the police truck and I see pure man in it, I always shake my head. Them women and them mothers need to be in the truck as well. Some of these women are more dangerous than the men. Many of these crimes that you see happening, if women not involved, it not go through good. That is why, you see, whenever I see them blocking road about police brutality, I don't even carry it as news, to be honest. Because, check this, you see, anytime anything happen to good law-abiding citizens, no one ain't blocking no roads. But mostly, when it's gangster or bad man, them out there blocking road. Them gather up the whole community. And who don't join them are labeled as informer. And they are looked at with side eye in the community. The government needs to put out more effort to do something about these criminals, because when they take out productive members of society, who will be left? These killings are not just extortion. These killings are hate crimes. Them just come see people running business and hate on them thinking that they have money, when in a lot of the cases they don't. Trust and believe. Sometimes, and one time they can't even meet their own bills. And they are threatened to find extortion money. And these extortionists, they don't care. From you are run business, them want money. They do not care how. Them see you dress clean, them not have a clue. Them think something are going on. Look at this Igla. She sell a market, you know. And at the same time, she run a little shop somewhere else. They don't even stop to think, if she was making plenty money, she wouldn't still be sitting down a Spanish Town Road stall a sell a market. No, she just still trying to make ends meet. But because them illiterate and full up of hate and bad mind, them don't even understand the concept of sometimes how much loans you have to take to balance yourself. And because you know go out there and cry to people, them not have a clue what I go on. Them just thinking anything you have, at them for have it and them want it. Jamaica is going down a slippery slope to hell fast. While black and black crime is ravishing the country. Attorney at law Gavin Goff has noted that persons buying motor vehicles in Jamaica may soon need the services of a lawyer, as is the case with purchasing real estate. Under the new Road Traffic Act, which was passed in 2018 and took effect earlier this year, drivers with outstanding traffic tickets should no longer be able to transfer titles of vehicles, renew driver's licenses, or pay fitness and registration fees. Goff believes that lawyers may have to come into play to ensure vehicles being purchased do not have unpaid tickets attached to them and therefore cannot be licensed by their new owners, especially if the tickets are with the courts. He raised this concern while speaking at the Bethel Legal Clinic. The new Road Traffic Act and You Ready for the Road Forum, which was held at the Bethel Baptist Church in St. Andrew on Sunday. The attorney also raised concerns about persons who are currently renewing their driver's licenses even with unpaid tickets. It is understood that some of these drivers do not visit the tax offices in person but send their documents with bearers for automatic renewal with no denial of service. Almost everything in the law has come into force. So we have a situation where the law has come into force and some aspects of it are not yet ready, Goff said. One of the aspects which was not yet being brought into force is what they call the denial of service. If you have unpaid traffic tickets, that you might not be able to renew your license. But there's also another part of it that if you have unpaid traffic tickets, those tickets are essentially tagged to the vehicle and the vehicle itself might not be able to be re-registered or re-licensed when the time comes. And that is going to create a huge issue because when you are looking to now purchase a motor vehicle, you'll almost now have to go through a lawyer where you do the due diligence to ensure it doesn't have any unpaid tickets on it, or else you probably wouldn't even be able to get a vehicle that can then be licensed by you before the payments of those tickets, Goff explained. We haven't yet seen that come into force and we are looking to see when it will. There is some more groundwork which needs to be done to take care of those concerns, he said. Goff added that there needs to be more clarity about the issue of parents becoming certified before attempting to teach their children to drive. There are a lot of questions as to whether or not you could now still take the child and teach them to drive, or if you now have to be certified in this driving school before you could then do what many of us have done and teach our children and grandchildren how to drive, Goff pointed out. So there is still some clarity that needs to be brought to those areas. There's a lot of uncertainty surrounding what we are hearing in public and what we are not going to enforce if yet, but it's actually on the books right now and ready to be enforced, he said. On the other hand, Goff noted that while the new Road Traffic Act is long overdue, he remains concerned about the next time it will be reviewed. This law is supposed to be reviewed every 5 years. It was passed in 2018, so we are almost there right now. It's time for it to be reviewed already, he said. So you hear that, guys? So if you're going to buy a vehicle, you're most likely going to need a lawyer now. because you see the vehicle that you're buying, you're going to need somebody to check it out if it have any ticket on it. Not only that, you're going to need to check if the courts have any ticket or warrants against the said car. If not, you see, when you purchase it, you won't be able to register it. You won't be able to get any documents for it to go on the road, because it would have been like when you have a loan against your vehicle. A lien would be against it in essence, that you can't do nothing with that vehicle. So before you get into a situation like that, you're going to have to check a lawyer, and the lawyer is the one that is going to check those things. The wickedest thing about this is that poor people are struggling and save them little money and partner money and go buy a vehicle. Guess what now? Now you have to find extra money to pay a lawyer to check out all these necessities for you, or else you are going to be left holding the bag. A vehicle that nice in your driveway, but you can't drive it up on road, because you can't license it, you can't insure it, you can't do nothing with it, because there's a problem with liens against it. And for those who get them driver's license renewed while them still have outstanding traffic ticket, that soon stop. You soon go and you can't renew your driver's license unless you pay for the ticket. You want to joke? Anyhow, the ticket is a ticket where you have to go to court, go deal with judge. You don't know, so nothing can go on with your license until you go before the courts. Another aspect of it is that, you see, if you get ticket on your license in one car name, for example, the car name 119, the ticket automatically attached to your license and automatically connect to your 119 vehicle. So even if you don't have the vehicle no more, or whatever you do, nothing can be done with that 119 vehicle until the ticket whether on your license, whether the vehicle are yours or not, So guess what happen? You drive your sister vehicle, your uncle vehicle, your mother or whoever vehicle, and you get a ticket on your license. The ticket connected to the vehicle. So right now you have to be careful how you even give people your vehicle for drive go a road. Because anything them do wrong and they get a ticket against it, it's not only against their license, it's also is against your vehicle. So your vehicle will be marked as you can't do nothing with it in terms of tax office until all of that is rectified. So watch who you give your vehicle for drive. If they run a gun or they migrate, you still will be holding the vehicle connected to the ticket, and you're there on your own to fight that battle. There is also another aspect that is not quite clear. You remember one time you could have carried your daughter, your son, your brother, your sister, girlfriend, wife, sweetheart, baby mother, and go teach them to drive? Well, what happened now is that there's a law in that is not fully clarified, that chances are you are going to have to be certified to teach driving lessons to your own people before you can teach them for them to qualify, or else you might have to send them to a certified school so they get the certified training before them can get them license. So gone are the days when I remember when I was learning to drive, and my other half, when he teach you trying to tap lick up on your knee and say, do that, and say, no, me say don't, you put it in a reverse. All them something that cause all drama, man, because remember, say, if you didn't know, you would not do the wrong thing. But that was just a side joke anyway. Me done big drive a long time and so on. But the long and short, what I'm trying to say, however, is that remember, you could have get teaching from your one another. There is a law coming into place where you have to go to a certified school, or send your children, baby mother and whoever, go to a certified school so that they can learn to drive. But the law is not pinpointed exactly how it's going to work as yet. So gear up so you have the mindset and knowing what is going on. Because you know them police will say them will just stop you abruptly on the road and tell you, say, you know the law said this, when really and truth not come into play yet, but you don't have an idea, so it is possible. So guys, all I've got to say to you, please pay keen attention to the new traffic act that has come into action. Get any little pamphlet or booklet that you need to, or if you have to download it and keep it with you, and when you get a chance you can go over it so you know you're on the safe side. Over in St. James, a concern over flatulence in the lunchroom that is easing off the body in the St. James Municipal Corporation building left an employee with a broken nose and a municipal officer charged with assault. The case was brought up in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday. Zephania Allen appeared before presiding Judge Sasha Marie Smith Ashley on a charge of assault occasioning bodily harm. According to court records, about 2:30 p.m. on October the 24th, the complainant was having lunch when Allen passed gas. The complainant stated that as a result of this, he had to throw away his lunch, leave the lunchroom, and inform his co-worker about what Allen had done. This did not sit well with Allen, who allegedly used a helmet to hit the complainant several times in the head and face, causing his nose to bleed and swell instantly. The complainant's lip and face were also swollen. After the allegations were outlined, Smith Ashley asked the parties if they wanted to go to mediation, but the complainant was not inclined to use that forum. My nose is broken. He hit me in my head and also hit me in the face with his helmet, and he has shown no remorse. It's hard for me to stand here and say I'll go to the mediation, said the disgruntled complainant. The judge then informed the parties that she would be sending both of them to speak with a mediator who was present in court. When the case was revisited, the court was told that the two had reached an agreement. As a result, the prosecution offered no further evidence against Allen. However, before leaving the courtroom, the complainant stated that it was a painful situation and that the only reason he had forgiven Allen was for his young daughter's sake. So now, can you imagine a case of you easing your body passing wind, cause all this broken nose, swell up face, big fight, tear down, and they're supposed to be municipal officers? Jesus, take the case. Was the smell really that bad? Something must have touched for it to reach to this state that it even end up in the courthouse. Man dash with all him lunch. Boy, oh boy. I'm telling you, we are one ignorant set of people. There's his ways to deal with things, Just hold your nose and take up your food and come out. Because obviously, if a person eats them body and it is that bad, or is he just exaggerated and an ignorant person? But if it is that bad, obviously that person got to be sick. And people can't control them illness. Tell you, say Jamaica is not a real place. Trust and believe. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.